So one of the more playful references we can use to really establish, for example, kind of how well both arms move in backswing in relation to that kind of spine and ribcage, and also how the arms interact and move together. It's kind of using the idea of kind of elbows level, crudely speaking, around about kind of lead arm parallel. So if we turn side onto the camera, kind of when that kind of almost that lead arm is parallel or horizontal in backswing, the concept you'll see here is kind of elbows level. So using these wonderful references now of both, say, Justin Rose on screen. So you can see here is kind of Justin moves through back. So now, again, once again, when that kind of lead arm is kind of crudely speaking around kind of horizontal or parallel in backswing, how the elbows are level. Also beautifully illustrated and demonstrated now by someone like Charles Schwartz, for example. So again, around about kind of lead arm parallel, that lovely reference we can use when lead arm is parallel, how the shaft kind of sits somewhere kind of through the bicep kind of shoulder, then the elbows are level. So we have, within physiology, they're called kind of these physiological buffers, these thresholds in some ways. It's about like the idea of the kind of 1% marginal gain. So the idea of marginal gains is very much based around the, if you do 1% better in these areas, it's going to all add up then to tremendous improvements in performance, which it certainly can. There's a little caveat to that. So that was very much based on already being an Olympic athlete. So the idea of kind of stepping over pounds to pick up pennies, kind of, leaving the big rocks to pick up pebbles in some ways, is all very good if you kind of do the 85 to 90% well to start with. So again, just doing 1% more than say 10%, 11% really is minimal difference. So these kind of big rocks, these kind of picking up the pounds in this case rather than pennies would be when the lead arm is parallel and backswing and the kind of shaft sits somewhere through almost that kind of shoulder to elbow threshold. It's almost saying, avoid being above the shoulder, avoid being beneath the elbow. Anywhere from kind of elbow to shoulder is that kind of physiological buffer, that threshold, that tolerance in many ways we can fit within. So wonderful reference we can use to almost establish and in some ways ensure lead arm horizontal, kind of shaft through bicep, using those great examples as shown by both Justin Rose and Charles Schwartzel, is around about when the lead arm is parallel, as we'll see here, the shaft is kind of somewhere through the bicep, but using that reference of the elbows level at that place in time can be a very playful way and also a very precise way of really ensuring how the arms and rib cage move and interact, certainly as they kind of move through backswing.